It is hockey time, a tearjerker moment, an incredible time there. Tune into at @the_NK show on social media later this week for a video recapping the whole weekend's festivities. This one's back into the zone here. D-man to D-man pass. It'll be set up there by Drew Gardner, who gets the start at the left defense. Thrown off Karishtis and back in behind. Down after this one's the always difficult to deal with Michael Brown. Cross-ice pass on to Johnny Malera. That's Johnny Hockey Malera right there, as we call him on the DNK show. I would say right now my number one player in this NCDC. He is the toughest to mark. Around the back, Malera in the corner, tries to reach it. Flipped up away from him and out towards center. How did this Thunder team normally come out of the gates here?
The time that I've seen them, they unfortunately were shut out, but they played basically strong, really pushed early on. After that is when it kind of faded back a little bit. So uneven starts at times, but so far so good for a minute.
This Bruins team, it's a team that they beat you in the battle. As this one's taking it through bodies, backhand tries, paddled aside, never got on net. That's Arthur Ogenzanian, as I will have a struggle with all day. I don't know how you do it on the home broadcast. Oh, you deserve, I'll tell you what, top scorer in Scrabble if you can hit that one.
Yeah. Semester of Russian in college helped me.
Again, I went to college is what I tell people. I don't tell them the classes I took. This one back along the blue line, fighting for it, trying to get it away is Ruth. He cannot grab now, tries to grab it along, gets it onto the skate of Lovett. Lovett will shove this one along towards center. Onto the forehand side, shimmies it along off the paddle. Ogenzanian takes it down to the corner boards. Nice little angled move there to push it along. Fast move in by Nicolane, always dangerous on the puck. Linder, this is the first time I've seen him on the ice with this Boston Junior Bruins team. A new look, new face. And, you know, players usually don't have a hard time getting comfortable with Coach Anderson's system. It's obviously there. He puts it in front of you, and he's good at working with these guys and getting them underway quickly.
Certainly is, and they've definitely shown that system well early on. Just kind of get it to the blue line, get it in, and then try to pin the other team.
They have been doing that for the last 7 years I've watched them, Jeff. This is a team that has a set. They do it. This is an icing call. I call it the hockey factory on their side. They churn out D1 commits, D3 commits. They send guys to the NCAA.
Yes, they do, and there's a number of them on this roster that are already committed to D1 on the Boston Junior Bruins side. We'll talk about those guys as the night goes along, but, I mean, a 10-2 record, that shows you how good they are.
Pellegrino gets this off a face-off win, tried to take a shot, gets blocked on the way through. Getting a body in front of that one was Gardner, his second time out today. Dragging it on is Brown with the wrister gloved and held onto by Ogenzanian there. He gets the stoppage, 17:29 to go here at the Norway Savings Bank Arena in Auburn, Maine, the mecca of hockey here in Maine. I'll tell you, we were talking about it in the open, and Jeff told you, this is the home of state champions here, man. This is where it's all played. It goes through this area. Down to the corner, fighting along the boards, low to high game now. Pellegrino takes a spinning shot, caught a skate on the way again. A lot of skates, a lot of bodies, a lot of sticks in the passing and shooting lanes right now for Twin City, trying to stymie that powerful Bruins attack. They'll try to wear you down as the game goes on. Twin City wants to get this thing moving. They want to get it out in the open. Good blue line to blue line pass there, finds Quinn. Quinn couldn't usher it along, stolen away from him. Trying to get it loose, moving out towards center, and losing it was Moyoffer. Shoved right back in behind, around to the corner, tipped up looking for Murnix. Murnix couldn't reach it, out towards center on a break. Twin City will throw this one in. They'll be wearing those white and pink jerseys outside of their normal white and green digs there as they are celebrating Pink in the Rink night here. It's a great cause, great night here to raise awareness for breast cancer, and it's happening all throughout the hockey world.
Certainly is, and great that we get to do it with 2 games here tonight. The Ice Crew's done an excellent job here. This is one of the better pink rinks I've seen, including in professional ranks when I got the opportunity to call games for 5 years in the American Hockey League. So definitely hats off to the Ice Crew here at Norway Savings Bank Arena.
I'll tell you, it is tough to execute. It's easy to think up. It is difficult to execute correctly, and they've done it here. Yet again, just a class organization doing a class job up here. We always love when we get to take a trip up to Maine for a Twin City Thunder bout. Throwing this one out the center, tapped in. Good little look there to get it in deep. Twin City will set up from there, trying to fight through the corner boards. That board battle won there by Brown, but turned over for a quick wrister. Blocked backhand, try save the side. Big time stop, still out of his net. Trying to spin it on in front, could not find his man at the point. Reeling it around the boards, good look there. The first save of the day by Thomas Gale, the Dartmouth commit. The Ivy Leaguer comes up strong. Getting the chance was Karishtis. That's Leventi Karishtis on that one. Thank you for the assist on the proper Hungarian at the beginning of this one.
You're welcome.
I will take 0 credit for proper Hungarian or proper English at any point in my life. Back into their own zone. They'll retreat, reset. 15-15 to go here. First period of play. 4 shots on goal for those Boston Junior Bruins. Testing Artur Ogunzanian early. First shot on net against Thomas Gale was a dangerous one, a good look, but Gale stood tall to the task. Nifty little move across the blue. Malera couldn't reel it in. Always have to be careful. He's always behind that play, always ready for that outlet look. He can get out in the break quickly. Silic couldn't reach it. Graf couldn't either. Good body there. Trying to fight it off is Lovett. Lovett gets it back to Graf. Graf back to Lovett, who lost control. He'll wrap around behind, looking up towards the blue, and tapped away. Oh, Ryan Lovett. It's a dangerous, dangerous line there of Lovett, Graf, and Holland. And they almost got loose there. Graf will dump it right back in. There's that style that Jeff talked about to you folks, that Bruins look. Get it in deep, get down after it, and make hay. Around to the blue line, losing that edge, bouncing puck. They have the number, staying wide here. Good cross-ice look, shot, high, score! Pop, jump, homie! James Fisher Shea scores.
That's his first goal in a Twin City Thunder uniform, and it was a pretty one, finishing off the 2-on-1 stick side high against Shea there, or pardon me, against Gale. As you saw the look at that one, John Fisher Shea putting it together. He just joined the club within the last week here from Culver, Indiana. So congrats on your first goal to John Fisher Shea.
You want to make friends in a new town? Score a goal in your first one there. Get your first under your belt. The boys start to play a little more chill with you, have a little better time with you off the ice, man. That is a big-time score. Congratulations, James Fisher Shea. He went fishing for a score and found it there, hand down, man down, as he beats Thomas Gale for the first of the game. 1-0 now, Thunder lead. You can hear the anticipation now. When you get that first goal at home there, you start to get that home crowd woken up. You got a packed house. These fans are ready to erupt, and you've given them something to erupt about early. That one gets loose of the boards. A big hit splashing to the ice. Getting the worst of it was Pellegrino, dishing out some punishment there with a big-time hit as that one's thrown on net and covered up. The big-time hit dished out there by Froblom, who threw himself at him.
Certainly did, and really a good job here after Twin City was kind of pinned in their own end for the first 4 minutes or so. They've started to get a little bit more offensive zone pressure. They got the breakaway, the 2-on-1, and they finished that off here to take the lead.
That was just a great look. The 2-on-1, so many times you see that extra pass, and it's one too many. You got the opportunity, you got the skill, put that thing top shelf, take a shot at it. There's a shot at it, blocked on the way through. Getting a skate to it was Alex Cody. Ripped up towards the blue line, tapped around at center. Down after this one's Moyoffer. He'll pressure Farrell. Farrell will use those boards to find Cody. A D-man's best friend are those boards, as it's tangled up along the skates. Backhand shimmy there. Moyoffer going to pressure Farrell. Farrell back to Cody. Cody lifts this one up, trying to find a way out. Good high pressure here from Twin City. You know, this is where you try to bother that Bruins team. It's 200 feet away from your own net. They like to be on the attack. They like to control the puck. They like that possession total to be in their favor by the end of the game.
That they do, and Twin City looks like they're doing a good job on the forecheck, kind of adjusting and making sure those easy passing lanes aren't there.
This one backhanded on up, trying to find his way through his Sparek. Sparek throws this one down behind, losing an edge. Hard hit there, and steered along by Gale. Malera going to shovel this one up with a backhand. Slapped along back into their zone. Trying to get to that one is Gardner. He'll plant this one up to Skavarik. Skavarik couldn't reach it. Now Linder does. Linder fires cross ice. Now here comes that dump in. No, they're going to try to carry this one. You know, every once in a while, they'll go off that game plan, and they can sneak their way through. They had a guy in Robbie Griffin who's now playing up at the next level here. But Robbie Griffin used to be Mr. Silky Mitts in my mind. He used to fake that dump and just go right through center and score.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the Junior Bruins maybe trying to adjust again to what Twin City's doing.
That's paddled aside their butt end of the stick save. No bonus points for it, but it's a good look by Gale. You'll do it any way you have to. Here goes Malera flashing down with a shot that's blocked. He gets loose. He gets speedy as a delayed call coming here, the first of the day, and that one going to go against Twin City.
Yes, it is. Looked like a high stick there on Frankie Ireland, so they'll take Gonzalo Hagerman to the penalty box here, and this could be trouble. Twin City is last in the NCDC in penalty kills, just 71.9%. And the Junior Bruins power play, 22.2%, is the second best in the NCDC.
And those are not numbers that usually add up well, but hockey can be a fickle beast and can be interesting. But for the first time today, the Junior Bruins are on the power play. Power play here. Cody goes cross-ice for a one-timer. Flailing paddle aside there. Got the blocker to it. Anyway, anyhow, as it's waffle boarded away. Tapped on in front. Ogenzanian got the body to it late. Cody back up to the point. Give him back to Cody. He'll settle there. Tips this one along. Gets it back from Silic. Tried to go cross-ice. Linder now with the point blast wide. Off that Norway Savings Bank sign behind. And back out to Cody. Linder again with the ripper there. Tried to put it through. Gets blocked. Pellegrino ushers it up top to Graff. Graff looking back behind for Pellegrino. A little too much on it. Cody tries to poke down to it. Diving clearance to center. First big clearance. No change just yet for Twin City. Moyoffer pressuring Graff. Graff has it taken away from him. Cleared back out. Half change now. 2 D-men on. Now 2 forwards. Big early change for Twin City.
Yep, Twin City's done a good job there. And really an unfortunate miss for Nick Elaine earlier on. Set up for a one-timer in the left circle. And you saw that flailing save by Ogenzanian that was made possible because Elaine didn't get as much as he wanted on his shot.
It's amazing, this Junior Bruins team, they operate quickly in the passing game, and they are crisp on it. If you give them any semblance of a passing lane cross ice, they will connect on it. Twin City taking a real hard look at each pass, each lane. You can watch the defensemen really positioning themselves and paying attention to not just the puck, but the man. So important on this penalty kill. Back up top to the point to Brown. Brown across to Malera. Malera hands off to Carpenter. This is that top unit now for the Junior Bruins. They came on a little late here. Malera gets tangled up. Hand goes up. Delayed call coming. 14 seconds left on the power play. Penalty taken here.
Yeah, Malera gets called for it. He kind of yanked down Bradley Postula going after the puck in the corner. Postula may have chicken-winged him a little bit, but that's part of the game. That's the way it works.
Hockey is a game of art and interpretation.
Yes.
And if the officials interpret, that's a new word I just made up. If the officials can interpret the rules, the players can make it happen as well down here. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 14 seconds, then the Thunder will be on their first power play of the day. Back up towards the blue line, holding and waiting. Twin City happy to kind of run this 14 off and get that last skater on. Kurapov will back up with it. He's got Poirier with him as well as Egber. Egber holds there. That's going to do it for the 4-on-4. 5-on-4 hockey begins now. Flipped up off the glass and out towards center. Retreating for this one and getting to it is Nicolas Poirier. Poirier behind his net. He'll run the point on this one. 9:20 to go. First period of play. Watching along with Dan Kay of the Dan Kay Show and Jeff Maddox, voice of the Twin City Thunder. Jeff nice enough to share the booth with me. I told him by the end of this one, he'll probably want to drop the mitts. This guy's good. This guy is the thing. Dan Kay, it's kind of like Mad Libs brought to you by Broadcasting. Kurapov goes wide, has a man with him. It's Karishtis. Instead, he goes to Poirier. Poirier cross-ice look here, top of the circle. Hands back up top to Kurapov. Kurapov back along, holding wide side. Kurapov going to run that point right now. Pass left to right. Back up from Poirier. Can't find a shooting lane. Still no stick movement. Still no puck movement with it. Thrown in front, tapped wide. Gale didn't have to make a stop. Poirier gets that one handed back quick to him from Kurapov. Back up top, they'll trade places. Hand it off again. A lot of space here. Clapper from the point is blocked. Body thrown in front of it. Caution to the wind. A huge block shot from Ryan Decker. Another wrister deflects just wide. 32 seconds to go on the extra man advantage. Another shot from Kurapov. Save made. Hand up. Net off the moorings, question mark, as the whistle blows there.
Yeah, it looks like Gale just kind of kicked that post off as he tried to to cover the near side post on that quick shot from Chirapov. That's what we talk about with Chirapov in our open. He's not afraid to make a play at any point on the ice. He will fire it from those sharp angles.
And you can see what they want to do. They want to really control the pocket, and I talked to Jeff about this before. The shorthanded heroes sometimes are these Boston Junior Bruins. They love to get out in the break after a steal. That's thrown across, trying to get a connection, couldn't tap it home. Back up top, but you can see they're being a little extra careful with the passing game. This one given wide, wristed up high, tried to go top shelf. Instead hits the glass, net comes up again, and you can see Thomas Gale really firing to that post right now.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, Twin Cities doing a good job of diagonal passing across the slot, and they're getting behind the markers there for the Junior Bruins defensively. So Gale absolutely has to be moving side to side very well.
7:55 to go, 8 seconds on the power play here. You got enough time for a quick face-off win and a setup if you're the Boston Junior Bruins. Just looking for that D-zone face-off win. They won't get it. Gardner hands back off. A little too much on it there. That one squirts away from Reshkovsky. Reshkovsky going to fight it away. Thought about carrying it on in front instead of wrap around for the centering pass, but stolen away and flipped out towards center. Big stop by Ryan Decker again. He had a very good shift there as Malera comes out of the box right back onto the ice. Reshkovsky goes wide just around Holland. Michael Brown going to pressure him, reel it around the boards. Trying to poke that one up. Hard hit down to the ice. He goes splashing. Stolen away with a wrister. It's blockered aside. Another good stop by Gale. Shot through bodies is stopped on the way. Diving pass with a slap shot. One-timer, no. Hit two bodies and Plinko's away. Malera looking for the break. He'll back skate out. Now has it on his stick up across center. He'll hold wide. Didn't time it up. Did time it up as he risked that one. That was a dangerous look there. That looks like it could have caught the netminder, but did not. That looked like it could have been an offside there from this end.
It was close, yeah. And it looked like a good block to keep it from getting to Ogenzanian.
That shot there by Carpenter trying to build a goal there. Won't be able to do so. Fired into the corner and tapped along. Fighting for it there. Good board battle. You haven't seen Mike Anderson, Coach Mike Anderson. It might have been dripping with sarcasm, but he did mention he wanted his team to hit a little bit more. Wants them to be a little bit more physical, and you can see some of these board battles starting up with them.
Twin Cities certainly is a team that likes to bring it physically here, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Junior Bruins have to ratchet up the physicality here too.
That may be what Coach Anderson wants. Sometimes early in the year, a good test is what you need. You know, a team that does the things well you don't do well. That's what you need sometimes, and I think both of these teams, the penalty kill of Twin City can get some good work today, and I think the physicality of the Bruins is going to get worked out as well. This one taken by Graff. Goes nutmeg there through the leg. Still has it on his stick through everybody. Fires it off the post and out. Oh, what a look there by Graff. No one could get the puck off him. This one squirts loose for a slap shot deflected high and wide. Good look there by Jack Silich, the Quinnipiac commit. Silich takes another shot there. That's wristed low. That's his brother, Sammy Silich. The Silich brothers here, both out of Long Grove, Illinois. Back up top, slap shot, save made. Good angle there up high out of his crease for the stop and a hold.
Yeah, that's what I talk about with Ogenzani, and he's good positionally, does a good job swallowing up rebounds. And you saw when he made the save on Carpenter when it came out of his glove. He immediately pointed to his defenseman where to go pursue it. He immediately just made a signal, and his guys knew exactly where that puck was going.
So important to have a netminder who you know where he's going to be, as that one was almost dragged on in front in a melee. This one's sent out for Gilson, who took a shot, somehow finding it with the right pad there was Ogenzani. Out on the break now, this is a one-on-one. It'll be all up to speed, around behind. Hard hitting to the boards, diving down. Back up top for Gardner, who tried to poke it along, and it's tipped out towards center. Reeled up, jumping that one to linesman. It'll deflect down, little Plinko pass into the Bruins zone. Held up by Gilson. Gilson across center on the Pellegrino. Pellegrino tries to water this one along. Elaine with it thrown across ice. No. Nifty little dance move by Elaine. Up in the blue line. Shot gets deflected. A good look there on the redirect, trying to bounce it home. This Junior Bruins team is finding some bodies in front. That Twin City physicality. Going to have to start to clear that net mouth.
Yep, they are. Right now, Twin City is kind of owning the net front. The Junior Bruins are trying to get guys in. get tips, get rebounds, but the Twin City defense, give them credit right now. They're doing a good job clearing out the net front.
And you can see it right now, this Junior Bruins team trying to figure it out. They tend to be notoriously slow starters. You got to watch out for them late in these periods. They tend to be that team that has that 1-0 period where it seems like it's going your way, and all of a sudden with 30 seconds left, somebody squirts loose with a goal, and you run in scratching your head tied 1-1. Back up to the blue line. Thought about going to Ruth. Instead, he'll take a shot. It'll be wristed up behind. Bouncing puck there on the saucer. Trying to fight it along. Up to the corner. Pellegrino will spin and fire a bouncing puck. This one gets loose now. 2-on-1 if they can get out fast enough. Malera does. Cross ice for Malera. Stoned by Ogenzanian.
Good save there. Good push from right to left as he made the save across as a 2-on-1. And now a chance.
Oh, wow. It didn't go.
How about that?
Go.
Looked like Mulera, I think, was the player who actually got his stick back behind the goaltender to clear it off the line.
He does it all. That's why we call him Johnny Hockey. He's impressed, certainly. Is that what's tapped on and wide? Diving stop with the paddle. Somehow getting there is Gale. Hand goes up. Whistle blows. Carnage in front.
Yeah, the net came off behind Gale once more, but two big saves there from Thomas Gale. You see why he's recruited to play Division I hockey at Dartmouth, just kind of selling out to get anything he could on that shot.
Sold out, put on a yard sale. He lost the couch, man. This guy's sitting on the kitchen floor watching TV. It's all he's got left. He sold out to make that stop, and a penalty here goes against Twin City during it all.
Yeah, looks like it's for interference on Egbert, trying to clear out some space for himself in front of the net. So another Junior Bruins power play.
Junior Bruins are on the power play here. They'll hold with it. That's Brown who steers wide. Back up top, quick wrister there, couldn't put it home. You can see where they want to shoot from. A lot of shots from the point here thus far from the defenseman. They used to have a guy here, as that one steered just aside, who did a lot of that on the defensive end of the ice, who's now playing up at Quinnipiac as well, alongside his netminder, Jeannie Peretz. This one's back behind. They'll retreat with it. Malera going to go down to help him. He'll spin back up. 30 seconds into the power play. Bruins, no rush just yet. Malera fires back towards center. Just gets back on side in time. Almost couldn't throw the brakes on as Carpenter skates into the corner. He'll trade places with Johnny Hockey. Give it up to Brown. Brown thinks about a shot. Goes back for Carpenter. Carpenter kicks it on behind. Looking for the centering pass. Won't find it. Poked along to the corner. Down to the ice goes Malera on a hard hit. Trying to find that clearance. Backhand. Tried it and get it free. Carpenter spins a pass on. Shea steals it and goes out towards center. He'll kill as much time as he can. Looking towards the bench for a change. He'll shoot this one high over the catching glove. Spinning it back on. Can the Bruins catch him here on the last bit of the change? Both forwards still out. Shea looks to the bench. He'll go. The Bruins need some new skates, so they'll head off as well. Holding it down for now is Nick Elaine. In the nick of time come his support. 41 seconds to go on the power play. Kick back up top. Handed off here. Slap shot taken. Kick save and a beauty by Ogenzanian. Back behind. Quick tap up top. On to Linder. Linder spins this one over for Cody. Too much on it. Had to catch it with the skate. Back on to Linder up top. He spins it along for a slap shot blocked. Body in the way of it. Cody back up. Linder steers it along. This little game of catch at the top. Both teams have done it. As there's a slap shot that steers wide. Oh, just trying to take those clappers there right now are the defensemen. Cody gets it back in the sauce pass. Wristed through. Too much on it. Winds up hitting that Buffalo Wild Wings sign wide. Another shot is blocked and cleared to center. They're going to create a break the other way. Linder has to get back to it. He'll reach out, battle for it. Into the corner boards he goes, crashing hard. Bouncing puck squirts free. And stolen away, 1:29 to go in the first period. Just seems like a little stagnant right now, that power play.
Yeah, just a little bit stagnant. Not quite on the tape-to-tape passes. Not quite in sync. And now the Junior Bruins are caught for too many.
Too many men on the ice there. Spins the pass and nowhere to go with it. That's one that is a head-scratcher there. And Coach Anderson, a guy who won the Deneen Cup last year, because he had a team that did not commit penalties, did not make those head mistakes early in this one. Going to head on the penalty kill here because of too many men on the ice.
Yeah, they definitely been a little bit off here over the course of the first 18-plus minutes in this one, just not quite in sync. They've had some good scoring chances, but, yeah, just something's a little bit off right now.
Now for the second time today, the Twin City Thunder on the power play. Power play here. Twin City on the faceoff. This will be their first full 2 minutes with the extra man. Last go around, a minute 46 with it. As that one's tipped along. Cody tried to steer it backhand along the boards. Now left to just take it there and body it. Held along. Trying to fight for this one is Rashkovsky. Rashkovsky has a man in support. Looks for him. That's Konda. They'll both battle there. The two Vermont Academy guys. As Konda gets it back. Spun along. Diving for this one. Losing control of it. Here comes that shorthanded break by Quinn. Quinn holding wide. Tries to skate it through center. Loses control. Hand goes up. Call coming with 51.8 to go. And the Boo Birds are out in Twin City.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there for Twin City. Looks like Hagerman again getting called for the penalty. His second of the day, just reached out, tugged just enough with the stick for that call to be made. So now 4-on-4 for the remainder of the period.
And that's that speed that I warned about in the open there of this junior Bruins short-handed nature. They like to get out on the break. They don't look to clear on a steal. They look to go. They look to break. Coach Anderson, you'll hear him from the bench in some of these quieter rinks. You'll hear him during a showcase saying, get out, go, skate, yelling once he gets the puck. He doesn't want the clearance. He wants the scorer, and they're always dangerous. That one poked along now, 4-on-4 hockey. This should open it up for those of you who like speed and open ice. You'll have it now. Backhand pass here across center. Holding on wide, trying a nifty little move to go. The backhand cross-ice look, couldn't find his man. That was Kurapov looking for Rencourt. The two centermen both out on the ice together to start this one. Rencourt and Kurapov. It's poked up towards center. Holland will retreat after it. Fires it off the boards to himself. Back on it here, saucered up and out. Rencourt down on the break. Rencourt holds wide, delaying for a change. 17 seconds to go in the period. Time trickling away here in the first. 1-0. Twin City lead at home. Back wide, thought about leaving it off. It's poked to the corner boards. Down they go for it, reeling it off a skate. 5 to go now. 3, 2, and 1. That'll do it. One period of hockey is in the books. The score, Twin City Thunder 1 on the back of a James Fisher-Shea goal. The visiting junior Bruins, 0.
Good period in this one, up and down action. Both teams with some good chances. Both goaltenders with some good saves. And John Fisher-Shea scores the only goal. It was a pretty shot, top shelf to the stick side on Gale. And Twin City has the lead.
And you're going to see a little micro power play chance there for the Boston Junior Bruins eventually in this next period, the second period. I got to imagine Coach Anderson, and Jeff, I'd imagine you agree with this, is going to talk to his guys about a little bit more movement without the puck on the power play. We talked about the stagnancy. Yep. It just seems a little bit light right now on the power play.
Yeah, move the feet is the important thing here. I think we will likely be hearing a lot of skate, move to open space. And yeah, you're going to have to make those Twin City defensemen and penalty killers move around a little bit. They've been able to basically kind of be in place, pick out their passing and shooting lanes to get in, and Boston, the junior Bruins have not really challenged them in order to make them move yet.
And you look at this Twin City side, and if you're Coach Friedman taking on the defending Dineen Cup champions in your home rink on a big night in front of a packed house, you got to be happy with the effort, the compete level out of your boys, and an early lead. You always want to be on top.
Yeah, they weathered the first few minutes when the junior Bruins were all over them and just kind of kept with it. They get the goal to go ahead, and then they can kind of play their game a little bit because they can possess, but they're a good defensive club too. That's one thing Doug Friedman always wants to push is the defensive side of the puck. So he's done a good job, just kind of lets it get into their systems and just try to push the game along.
And we're going to push this thing along, but we're going to take a quick breather up here in the booth. We're going to take our deep breaths. We're going to leave you with some awesome Mites action. One time I tried to do play-by-play on this, but it was just too difficult. They're too fast at this level. They're all over the place. You don't know where the puck's going to be. Now, I'm usually cheating ahead, guessing where the next pass is coming. Can't do that here. It's a game of real creativity down
Certainly
there.
Is.
Well, we'll be back. Jeff Maddox alongside me, Dan Kay. will be here all night long. It's a doubleheader from the Norway Savings Bank Arena in Auburn, Maine.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, it was. Yep. Yep.
I know.
Taking rubber pucks. All of a sudden I caught that at one point. I just turned it over. Like, oh, he really is taking pucks.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I don't know how many he's allowed.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Yeah, I live in Lewis.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I've been here like born in Lewis.
No, my wife is. It's funny because ever since I got out of college, I have ended up doing something, it seems like, related to here. I've called Lewiston Maniacs games for 3 years. Then got out of hockey, which was a mistake for a relationship. Moved to Washington State for 4 years. Yeah, it was. And then moved back to take the Portland Pirates job, and that relationship blew up.
Yeah.
So, and I've been back since. Ended up getting together with somebody who was also a journalism major in Maine.
Yeah.
We were great friends in college, but nothing ever happened when it came to that. But now we're married, living in the house she grew up in, so it's great.
Yeah, my wife was taking pictures of me playing college baseball. Never just said, that's it. Come on. You had to watch me be terrible. I still can only say double and one from one.
There you go.
That's got to look at me run around and pick me up going on.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, her grandfather actually was the general manager of the old Maine Northeast, like the pro team in the 70s. So,
Yes, that's cool.
yeah, he died before I met her, but yeah, Marcel Lafont, popular guy in town, or was. As you say his name, oh no, sorry, that's a fine marriage. One of her uncles was head coach at St. Dominic's, which is one of the powerful high school hockey programs here. They just won the state championship. They used to play over at the Coliseum. They play here now. So,
You started in the hockey world. Now you really just like, now you can't ever leave hockey.
right. Don't want to.
My favorite thing is I was doing hockey. I've been doing this on the side that I was for the last 5 years. Yeah. And I worked full time at the house.
Yeah.
God. But I was into the hockey.
Yeah.
But then hockey came along. Everyone else was off about a second. Well, like, so
Let's
every
go.
hour I think we all go on class. They'd stop me there like,
Nice. Yeah. Good.
and the hockey. And everyone else was like, no hockey. Let's do it. Yep. Keep me on only one.
Right.
But we're worse than you now. Everyone else goes to more. Everyone else goes to training. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go to the so they
Right. Yep.
So behind the bench, he took on that hotel. Yeah. And they had a background like that. Yeah. And he had this assistant.
Oh my God.
And I understand the second period every time we were out. Over the bench. Yep. And I wanted to sit here and watch it. Yeah, something to do. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
They started acting.
Yep.
And I was dancing to the operator. And he was
Yeah.
every time I
Yep. Yeah. No, sure.
like the crowd will love it.
Yeah.
Down there. Oh!
Of killing off penalties, but 40 minutes to go. Mike Anderson is reading his team the riot act here. I mean, you talked to him prior to the game and said that he thought the team was maybe getting a little bit too complacent, so maybe a little mid-game team meeting here.
That's exactly right, and he was none too pleased with his 10-2 squad's effort. As we're on camera, look at this. When you wear, look at these guys. I always say we do coffee reviews at each rink we go to, and I say we like to go to the snack stands. Well, the snack stand comes to you right now. You got 2 snacks up here in the booth. Thank
more physical to start.
Yeah, and that guy coming out right now, Colin Graff, alongside the face-off man and Ian Carpenter. A little mix-up here. You get that top-line centerman with that second-line right winger, and this Junior Bruins team will mix and match on you when they get in these special teams opportunities.
They will.
Face off, one back here towards the blue. Taken to the backhand side, poked along. Tried to get it to Kurpov, didn't have to. He'll shove it in deep. That's Ruth on the push-in. 31 seconds to go on a 4-on-4. It'll then be a micro power play. There's a little extra man advantage for the Boston Junior Bruins for 20 seconds as it's handed off to Carpenter. Carpenter gets a good zone entry, shot low. Save made, dangerous rebound, but Graff couldn't reach it. If he could, he had the opening on the other end. Back into his own zone with this one is Carpenter. He'll skate behind. 10 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. They want to just run this one out. Looking up ahead for the outlet pass is El Capitan. That's Michael Brown. What can Brown do for you? Well, we know what Gilson can do. That's a zone entry as he takes that one in a nifty little dangle throw. 22 seconds to go now. Extra man out for the Boston Junior Bruins. 5-on-4 hockey. It is a power play for the Boston Junior Bruins. Back around, spinning shot in front, taken down low. Shot, score. It's a power play goal. And that one's tapped through 5-hole there for the score. On it is Michael Holland. The Dutchman flies through.
Yeah, he does. Good job there to stay with the play. Poor clearance by Adam Svensson is what set that up. He had the opportunities, trying to do the right thing, just whip it out of the zone really quickly. Unfortunately, he didn't look, put it right on the stick of Holland, who has an easy shot.
Can't turn that puck over in front of your own net. He put Ogenzanian in a tough spot there up against it, and he gets beat on that shot 5-hole. It's always a tough one. You're thinking high left, thinking high right, thinking low left, thinking low right, and then they go 5-hole on you with the soft low one, and that one beats Ogenzanian.
Yeah, and it was a good shot, too, by Holland. Real quick snap and right along the ice. Makes it hard for the goalie to see, or it makes it hard to react to when it's coming along the ice that hot.
Face off here near side of your screen. Attack zone for the Twin City Thunder. Junior Bruins out of the gates fast here, using that short extra man advantage to its fullest with the power play goal. High pressure put on by Frankie Ireland, and coming out fast here, speedster skating is Frankie Ireland.
Yeah, the Junior Bruins look like they've been shot out of a cannon here. Already have tied the game up, and it looks like whatever that long discussion from Coach Mike Anderson was, at least has worked at the outset of the period.
We remind you that it is pink in the rink night here at the Norway Savings Bank Arena. That's why that ice is pink. Don't adjust your screens at home. It's like Boise State, right, with that blue turf, the Smurf turf. Don't go adjusting your screens. They did some great work here. We talked about it in the open. And, you know, this month it's all about breast cancer awareness, and it's affected so many lives, affected family members of mine, and you know, a lot of people I know, I love, have been affected by the disease. And get out there, do what you can to both raise awareness, money, and funding for this cause. It's a great cause and a great event put on every year by the Twin City Thunder.
Certainly is, and it's grown a lot from the first year last year, and I'm sure will only grow again going forward.
I'll tell you, this organization just continues to do it right, and I talked about it. Coach Friedman was not happy with me. I got to tell you this. And I was told this by a few of the folks behind the scenes. I made a quasi-NCDC power rankings, and I put these boys at number 2.
Yeah.
And I put them ahead of this Junior Bruins side. And apparently, Coach Freeman was happy to drop the gloves with me if he saw me today. So I've not bumped into him yet. I've been running away from him all day. He was not happy. He said, really? Couldn't just leave me off it for now? Let me kind of get my feet under me? You got to throw me to the wolves? Well, that's what we do. We make bold statements, and the Twin City Thunder have done just that. Brown tries to make a bold statement there with a wrister. Couldn't get the redirect. Back along that LED board, I'll tell you, some great digs there on the look. As this one's poked back in, turned over. On backhand side with it is Quinn. He tried to shovel it home. Could not. Hard hit splashing down to the boards. Reeling it around looking for Blomqvist. Won't find him. Squirts out towards Pellegrino. Pellegrino couldn't drag it on. Blomqvist will take it back. Pokes it back off the boards to himself. Good little game of self-catch there. Tried to reel it back through. Could not. Slap shot off a change. There's paddled aside by Gale. His first stop there. Quinn down to the corner boards. Fighting for it with Shea. Quinn will whisk it back out, poking that stick along. Elaine tries to kick it in as well. They'll get it caught up in the skates, tangled along, fighting against those boards, still battling against that glass. Another hard hit, reeling it around. Nice job all alone by Shea there. 1-on-3 in the board battle to keep that thing alive for the Thunder there. There was a booming play by the Thunder skater. Tipped around to himself by Pellegrino on the break with a shot. It's stoned by Ogenzanian.
Yeah, Ogenzanian, another good save there. But yeah, a lot of good work being done down in the corners by this Twin City team. John Fisher Shea, one of the big players in that, who scored his first goal with the Twin City Thunder in the first period.
Back up top here, Farrell leads this one around. Down, fighting forward. Hard hit, trying to squirt it loose. Could not. Spinning pass, catches up in the skates as well. Down in the corner one more time. Racing after it's Nicholas Poirier, the assistant captain, down to it. Poked on in front. Thought he would get a drag-on look there and could not get it. Was Ryan Decker. Joss couldn't reel that pass in. Farrell behind his own net here into the corner. Another good physical shift here for the Thunder. Trying to get down to it. Trying to get that zone presence against this junior Bruins team right now. Keeping that puck 200 feet from their own net. So important against such a dangerous and potent offense. Left off there, stealing it away. Just not enough on it. Didn't connect. Didn't time it up right. Thrown on net. It's going to be paddled aside. Ogenzanian on that one. Back around, throwing on those breaks. Cross ice look. Plinko pass off the boards on to Murnix. Murnix up top. Gives this one along to LaPierre. LaPierre had that poked away from him. He says au revoir to that puck as it's up ahead towards center for Carpenter to play. Left off Malero with the drag-on shot high and wide into the glass. Poked back in by LaPierre, trying to fight for it. Couldn't reach it. Battled that one. Off the body of Malera. Malera wears a hard hit there. You'll see teams be extra physical with Johnny Malera when they get a chance. Guys who score the puck tend to get hit.
That they do, and we haven't really seen Malera have good scoring chances yet, so that physicality seems to be working.
It's how you got to treat it, right? It's you have a guy who's speedy, small, squirts in. You see guys do it with Zuccarello, right, at the NHL level. And anywhere he's been, Dallas, New York, Minnesota, wherever he is, he gets physicaled up when he starts scoring.
Most certainly does. I mean, you see it with guys like Johnny Gaudreau, too. Same thing. When he gets going with Calgary, guys try to get him off his game just because, again, just try to knock that smaller guy off the puck. And he's got to fight so hard. And Johnny Malera here needs to do the same thing. But, I mean, with what we've seen from him so far this season, you've got to think everybody with Mike Cavanaugh on the UConn program is going to be really happy to get him into Hockey East next season.
Oh, that's going to be a big win for UConn. And, you compare Johnny Hockey Malera to Johnny Hockey Gaudreau.
Yes.
Well, it's a young man that I watched grow up playing the game when I was down in the western portion of New Jersey with that Team Comcast, Team Virtua squads down there.
Okay. Yes.
It's a Jersey product. Not many of those.
Right.
Not many of those, but Johnny Hockey, a proud one.
Well, he's one of the better ones that state has produced, without a doubt. Got to see him a lot when he was at Boston College. Just such a dynamic player at the college hockey level. I mean, there was no doubt he was winning the Hobey Baker the year he won it. And one of the more runaway votes I think we've seen in a while for that award.
Oh, it was a dominating year, I can tell you that. With 14:44 to go, second period, 1-1 your score. A second period power play goal scored by the Dutchman Michael Holland. That tied it up. A first period score from James Fisher Shea, who went top shelf homing. As it is 1-1 the score, 1-1 your game here. From Twin City Thunder's home, Norway Savings Bank Arena, Dan Kay watching alongside me, and on the ones and twos with the intelligent commentary, Dan Kay with the loud screaming, is Jeff Mannix. Taking that shot through bodies. Nice little glove there, held on to. Whistle blows, stoppage there, 14:39.
Yeah, it's a well-played hockey game so far. I think the Twin City Thunder have shown themselves pretty well against one of the top teams in the NCDC here. Tie game, it's still fairly early second period, but, I mean, they certainly do not look overmatched.
Gale ended up down there. Looked like he got physicaled up.
Yeah, he did.
They kept that thing alive.
The Twin City player ran into him. It looked like accidentally. They both were spilled in the crease. Kind of amazed play didn't get stopped, and more amazed Twin City didn't score.
Gale had no paddle, was on the stomach there, and trying to just flail at that one. He was done if that one was put on net. 14 to go here, second period, tipped up along onto the corner. Looking to backhand it on is Quinn. He could not. He gets tangled up there. He'll now spin it back for Brown. Brown retreating into his own zone. What can he do for you? Well, for the Bruins here, he'll turn it over up at center. Fired on, tapped along by Egber. Egber only gets it as far there as the defenseman Will Gilson. Fired up, little Plinko pass taken by Quinn. Quinn pressured hard, hit there. Good physicality. Egber wears a hit down from Quinn. He dishes it right back out. Throwing that one out, whistle blows, couldn't reach it. Icing the call. Icing the whistle.
Yeah, just a little bit too far for Koreshtish to get on that play. He reached out. You could tell he couldn't quite get it. He was the one who I think ran into Gale. Again, not quite sure how that contact happened, whether it was accidental, whether he was pushed, not sure. But he was the one who got tangled up with the goalie Gale on that last crazy sequence.
It's not often that the goalie gets hit that way, and you don't see it when the puck's in the attack zone. Sometimes on the outbreak the other way, you'll miss it, but that was mid-play. That was puck in front of the net, and somehow he just got taken down. No whistle came, and almost a great opportunity. Here's a great opportunity for Rancourt with the shot. Save made by Gale. Gale forced save made by Thomas on that one as this one broken out. Holding on to his Decker. He goes wide side for the quick release. What a look there. Never saw it, never had to, though, as Kyle Knight out of Mantua, New Jersey, takes that wrister high and wide glove side. Oh, that was off the hip right there, shooting from the hip with that wrister.
Certainly did, and it was a good shot. Just couldn't get it on the 4x6. If he did, it would have challenged Ogenzanian.
Back behind, giving on to Ireland. Ireland will look ahead. He'll clover this one on to Knight. Knight takes it and clubs it on in deep. Trying to get out of his net and reel that one in was Ogenzanian. He could not. On the change there, Farrell got hit by the puck. No too many men this time. Moore gives back to his own zone. Finds it off his skate. Handed off to Carpenter. Carpenter has it poked away from him. Not for long. Reaches right back to it. Good handoff to Ireland. Ireland thought about a pass cross ice. Couldn't center it. Kicked out. Ireland jumps in with a hit. Late swing there, and the hand goes up. Delayed call coming on the retaliation at the blue line.
They always get the retaliation, never the initial one. That's always what they say, and that's exactly what happens to Twin City here. So the Thunder go shorthanded one more time. It's Froblom taking the penalty this time, one of the Swedes on this Twin City roster. So once again, the Thunder are going to have to try to kill off a penalty. They gave up the power play last time here to get it tied. So Junior Bruins, I'm sure, will try to push their way in front here now that they've been able to get a little bit going on the power play.
And it's interesting because the last go-around, the one power play goal for this Junior Bruins team came with a 32-second power play. It was almost like the 4-on-4 made them move, made them create that spacing, made those skates get going, and kind of turned the power play around for them, where the 5-on-4 for 2 minutes just kind of made them a little complacent.
Much better movement on this one, you can already see.
Malera flashes this one up to Brown. Brown on to Pellegrino. Pellegrino back to Brown. Turns this one over. Holding wide, flips it back on top. Brown has Ireland to his left. He'll give to him. Ireland back up top for the one-timer. Shot deflected, scored. It's a power play goal. And the Junior Bruins take a 2-1 lead. Brown going to get credited with the score. No deflection on the way through from a Junior Bruins stick, so it'll be Michael Brown with the score. What can Brown do for you? How about a power play score, his second of the year?
Yeah, not a bad shot there from Brown. It did get redirected on the way, but off a defender. So that will, it looks like, be his goal on that play. And that was the one thing Doug Friedman was worried about tonight, was that this was going to become a special teams game. And if it did, that would favor the opponents tonight.
You want to know when a color commentator's good? When he's dead right. And you called it out. You said the place where the worry comes is the penalty kill. This is worst penalty kill, second best power play, and that matchup is rearing its head right now in the second period.
Yeah, it's made the difference in the game now at this point, as the Junior Bruins did outshoot the Thunder in the first period, 13-9, but that period was played fairly evenly. The Junior Bruins have had the better of a lot of the action here in the second so far, and the power plays have been a big reason.
Backhanded on, hard spinning hit there, spinning pass on in front. Dangerous look there, a good one for Twin City, but no one on the other end. Held out wide, kicked up towards Decker. Decker has that poked away from him. Trying to drag it back towards their own zone is Adam Svensson. Svensson gets spun up there into the washer, down to the ice. Spinning clearance now coming out of Condom. Condom looks for it back. Asking for it, won't get it. He'll flash through center onto the blue line. Look to the bench for a change as it's dumped in deep. Holding wide side is Blomquist. Blomquist couldn't keep it. Holland will. He'll come flying out. Gets it through bodies all the way through by his lonesome. And save was made by Ogunzanian. A stop, a whistle, and a net off its moorings.
Yeah, net came off behind Ogunzanian there, but tough play for Gonzalo Hagerman, trying to basically poke that puck away at the blue line. A couple players going for the puck and not the player. When you go for the puck and not the player and miss the puck, the player gets by you just about 100% of the time, and that's what led to that chance.
Reeling this one around, finding its way up towards the blue, shovels it along. We remind you, don't go anywhere when this one's over, because we're going right back to it with a premier showdown, a USPHL premier showdown featuring these Twin City Thunder at the premier level, taking on the Islanders Hockey Club. Whistle going to blow here, 10:02 to go. Kurapov took the worst of that hit. He's down on the ice, slow to get up.
Yeah, he is. He got hit into the boards here trying to enter the zone, and he's slowly skating the bench. He'll probably just shake things off here, but Kurapov has had his moments here tonight, but especially with the team being shorthanded so much in this second period, he hasn't gotten much of a chance to get out there and play his game.
10:02 to go. We're at that halfway point of regulation. 20 shots on goal for the visiting Boston Junior Bruins. And it's been a strong start to this second period. The power play unit, the key thus far, 2 power play goals for the Boston Junior Bruins in the second. Quick wristed there by LaPierre. He couldn't get it on. Letting that one steer by was Thomas Gale. That's a netminder who knows where he is in net to let that one steer by without a touch. He knew where he was positioned. Back around, up against those boards, fighting for it there. Looking up for Pastula. Won't find him as it catches a skate 11 on the way out. Back into the corner, reeling through. Back behind, thrown on in front and stopped by Gale. Sprawling for it. Whistle blows too early. Hard hit behind. Carnage. And here comes that physicality that both sides are looking to dish out tonight. Twin City, par for the course with that physicality. Boston Junior Bruins trying to add to it.
Yeah, Karestish there had the chance in front, and Gale made a really good save as linesmen are finally, looks like, except in one instance, breaking it up.
Oh, this is one of those melees that tends to separate itself, and it's a tough game. You know, you got to play. It's almost like if I stop this, I have to let go of that.
Right.
And you're picking and choosing. You're spinning plates out there.
Yeah, it's definitely everybody got together there. You see why. The puck was free. Twin Cities still trying to play the puck. Somebody got a little whack in on the goaltender. And you're right, that whistle did come a little bit too soon. And, then everybody's just going to try to settle it amongst themselves once play stops.
That's it, talk amongst yourselves. I'm a little verklempt, the old Mike Myers skit on SNL. Just, I'll give you a topic. Everybody get into the penalty box and just calm down. That's
Coffee talk.
Coffee talk with Mike Myers. But again, this is the physicality that if you're Coach Anderson up 2-1 now and you kind of called your team out for not being physical enough, they protected their netminder there. And this is part of the game of hockey, right? A little bit of physicality from time to time. You run enough cars together, eventually there's some scrapes and bruises.
Eventually, and we see it happen here, and we'll see as the referees are going to have to sort out penalties from this. There's one player in the box per side right now, and we'll find out once this conversation breaks up who's going to go. Although now I see a second player going in for Twin City, and now a second for the Junior Bruins as well. So nothing's up on the board yet, so we'll wait and see exactly how all this shakes out.
It's always interesting because you don't know where it starts, and sometimes it'll be the guy who starts it who gets that served penalty. In this case, they could go the other way. You can see right now we got Josh up here in the booth who is doing everything. This guy might as well. This is like a chef who runs an entire kitchen. He's the line cook. He's the chef. He's the hostess out front. He's the waiter. He's got it all, and he's got the food he could serve as well. Oh, he's got the coach jacket. Get down there and coach it as well. He's gonna be changing up some lines next, shifting some pairs out there. He's doing everything behind the scenes.
Certainly is. Josh Damaris does an excellent job here, running everything behind the scenes on these broadcasts. And, he's just pointing out the guys who are in the box. And we know it's Poirier and Karestis for Twin City. I know it's Graf and can't quite make out the second number right now.
Right now, I see Boston out there with 5 skaters that look to be prepared to be on the ice.
Yeah.
So, it seems to me that's a situation where you just skate the 5-on-5 and you get back to hockey. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll see as we kind of break it through. I always like to see the captains get out there, Rencourt and Brown, who are talking it through. You see Colin Graf as well as Ryan Lovett. And that's the line. That's that forward line we talked about in the open is going to be a little bit more physical today. If they're going to get the physicality, it's going to be from Lovett and Graf, and you got it right there for the Junior Bruins side of things.
Yes, no doubt. Now we'll see how this goes here as Lovett's being told to get out of the penalty box.
Oh, and now Lovett being sent here. Potentially a game misconduct here. On Lovett, and that appears to be the call. We'll wait for the official and get it off those live stats there, but that's a big one there because Ryan Lovett, that's a guy who centers your second forward line there. That's a guy who creates a ton of opportunities and had the assist on the Michael Holland score that tied this game up.
Yep, and we'll see if he has been given a game misconduct. The only 2-minute penalty on the board is the one on Lovett. So we'll ultimately see where this shakes down. But it looks like Twin City's going to get a power play out of this. And this would be an important moment in the game for them to get a power play. Even if you don't get a goal here, just being able to create chances and hem the Junior Bruins in can create a momentum change in this hockey game.
I'll tell you, a good penalty kill changes momentum, and a strong power play can really do it as well. It can get the passing game going. It can get that offense settled in. And you can see 5 skaters out for Twin City. 4 skaters, just 3 so far for the Boston Junior Bruins. They'll have to pick a 4th, and now a 5th. I see 5 Junior Bruins over the boards.
Now Brown's heading back to the bench now. So
there you go. So that'll do it. That'll be a Ryan Lovett minor there up on the board. A 2-minute power play. The Twin City Thunder are on the power play here. Handing this one off, looking for it back, steering it wide side. Takes it right on in. Load a high game tic-tac-toe look. Couldn't connect it. Back up top, holding wide, pushing this one along. Looking for a tap on in front. You can see they want to go to that load a high, find that man behind the net, fire in front and create that opportunity. Racing out of his net, settling it down here is Ogenzanian. Give it on to Condom. Condom gets hit there, turns it over to Pellegrino. Pellegrino on a break here. Going on net kick, save it a beauty. Stone there.
Great job to stretch out that right leg and make that save. That was, he stretched it as far as he could.
Ogenzanian on that one. Insanian with the save. 8:35 to go, second period, 1:08 to go in the power play. Best look so far from the shorthanded Boston Junior Bruins on this one. That one takes an odd bounce off the boards. Backhand try is stoned by Gale. Huge saves on both ends. Another wrister through bodies is waffle boarded away. Back up top, they'll reset with it. Spinning this one along. Looking with it now, holding, waiting, goes wide side. Gets his back, that's Hagerman. Hagerman steers up to the top of the circle for a shot, it's glove.
And Nick Rashkovsky with that try from the top of the left circle. And now it's Twin City that maybe needs to clear out a little bit of room in front of the net. They've gotten guys there that just haven't been able to finish, but they've had some good looks on this power play.
Egber's on here, joined by James Fisher-Shea. Face off one towards the corner, reels it around the boards, almost out, took a real odd bounce there off something. Caught a pebble on the way out as Rencourt gets to it. Rencourt hands this one off for a shot high up into the netting and out of play. Odd bounce creates a good chance, and Rencourt almost puts it home.
Yeah, good little opportunity there for Shea, set up by Rancourt, and unfortunately just shot it a little bit too high. But we've seen from Shea already, he can get that puck up from that left-handed shooting position, so he just lifted a little too high that time.
You can see Gale set a little higher, too, in his stance this go-around when Shea had the opening. That's a netminder who, at the D1 level, you react to who's got the puck. You have the scouting report, you're ready for it. And that was a situation where he was trying to course correct, and you got to watch out for Shea later in this one for a little 5-hole try if he gets up too high. 7:20 to go, penalty killed by the Boston Junior Bruins, an unsuccessful power play opportunity for Twin City. Turned over there on the Plinko pass. Ireland has it with a man in support. He'll take it wide, give it on shot, save made again! It's Ogenzanian again with the big stop. Back up top. Making the clapper is Brown. Reels it onto the dot. Giving back up top. And out. A good little play there. And a pass from Ireland creates an incredible opportunity. That looked like it had to go. Another good look here. Elaine gets it back and fans on it. Oh, a little give and go look there. The last pass coming from the stick of Silic, who looked like he could have put it home. Instead makes that look.
Either 3-on-0 there. There is no excuse for not getting a shot on goal on that play. Boston Junior Bruins were too unselfish on that. You have a 3-on-0, just take it to the net. If you don't score, you've got two guys there waiting for a rebound.
That's one where sometimes, they tell you to be unselfish, but as a selfish man myself, I'm the guy who takes the last slice of za. I'm taking the last slice. And that's when you take that shot. Oh, a good look cross ice, though. And Silic tried to find him, could not.
Yeah, we're taking a look at this 3-on-0 right now. As you see them, or actually, this isn't the 3-on-0. This is the two saves by Ogenzanian. Just great job to get across there. Good slide from his right to his left to make that stop.
Huge stop there by Ogenzanian there. Had to make it. He did. And that's a netminder who keeps you in the game. That could have been an offsides. Pellegrino going to spin it cross ice looking for the centering look. Whistle blows, hand pass the call. And that's one where it's a must-have save just because you've given up two. You don't want to fall behind those two goals. You don't want to give up that third in this period. you're struggling a little, you need your netminder to step up. He doesn't fix that.
And he's tended to do that here as the year's gone on so far with Twin City.
Just threw my pen, folks. Fired it away. Down to the corner. Dump and chase with the pen game here. That one's up into the glove. He thought he had it. Instead, just swats it down. Flips it out towards center. Good play by the glove of Carpenter. He keeps it alive. Twin City having trouble getting things started here out of their own end. Condub on it now. Condub with a quick handoff there. Trying to get that quick zone entry to Rashkovsky. Rashkovsky and Condub know each other well, folks. They played together at Vermont Academy. These two gentlemen comfortable together on the ice. Back wide side. Tried to go in front. Couldn't find Rashkovsky. Instead, it's a spinning slap shot there. Blocked. Another wrister by Gardner gets loose. Backhand try shoveled aside. Oh, a good little flurry of opportunities there. 5:06 to go, second period. Flashing through the middle. It's Ireland with the shot off the mask. Saved by the face of Ogenzanian. And I'll tell you, he's got it tattooed somewhere by any means necessary. And he did that as that one's tapped on and steered aside by Gale. Another good look. Fire wagon hockey for you at home. Johnny Malera going to get to this one. He'll settle it there. He'll play the role of the cooler to try to slow this thing down. Not often is Malera the guy who tries to slow the pace. This time he is. Turned over again. Trying to make that pass to Shea. Tries one more look at it. Takes an odd deflection and bounces down to the skates. Spinning, fired out off a tip. Out to Quinn. Quinn throws those brakes on. Has Carpenter waiting at the blue line. He'll go for a change. Quinn sees that, so he'll take it to the corner. Shot off the blocker. Flipped up towards center and out. Down the ice it goes. Splashing there. No icing coming. Gale wanted it. Gives the look saying, come on. They're not going to get it that time. Has it waved off. Had the time to make the play. No icing coming. That one's deflected aside. Cody back to his own zone. He'll retreat with it under 4 to go. Brakes thrown on. Shakes the man loose. That was Froblom with the pressure. Hard hit there. Looking to dish it out. Unable to get enough behind him was Oliver Ruth. Around behind it goes. Elaine on it. Elaine backhands this one. Up top for Silic. Silic loses control of it. Trying to cover it up as Ogenzanian could not. Still loose behind. Bouncing out to Silic. Silic backs it up for Cody. Cody around the boards here. He'll flip it on to Elaine. Elaine will try to take this one along. Gets jerried into the boards. Still holding. Still firing. Still battling. Good physicality from the junior Bruins here. Long shift for the Thunder. Have to get those skates off soon. Still battling along. 3:13 to go, second period. And now you're just seeing that physicality of the junior Bruins trying to kind of put their stamp on the game here.
Yes, they absolutely are. And trying to protect the lead, you start to get a little bit more physical once you have the lead because it's a good way to protect it. Just wear guys down.
What an incredible event. I'm looking around this building right now. A lot of youth players here. A lot of those mites running around, sprinting down here. I'm tired watching them running around. A lot of fans in attendance. It's just the job they do, not just to put a team on the ice, but to have guys off the ice that are adapting to the community. Guys from all over the country, all over the world who are becoming a part of this community. So fun to watch the work of this organization.
It really is. It's fantastic. Earlier on in the night as part of a fundraiser. We'll get back to that in a little bit.
This one's thrown through. I'll tell you, you ran into this. I jinxed that. That's a shot taken, deflected wide, tried to kick it to the corner. Every time I try to tell a story, these guys try to score a goal, and I get so mad at them. I'll tell them after the game to knock it off. Slow it down. You got to know the cadence of a broadcast when a story's coming. This one's dragged on. Shot gets blocked. And out towards center, trying to whisk it away with Silic. That go around with Sammy Silic, who tried to play the role of Sammy Slugger there, slapping at it. Flipped up towards the blue line. Pellegrino on it. Tried to backhand it to Decker. Looked like that little lost puck could have been an offside. Instead, it's a break the other way. Throwing on those breaks. Nifty little move. Dangles it on in front. Tried to jam it home. Caught a skate on the way through. All the way out. Coming out of his net is Ogenzanian. He'll cover up, take the whistle. And now let's get back to this.
Yes, earlier on here during the first period, Alexander Kozik, who's one of the goalies here, he's out of the lineup tonight, but he was down at a net in the corner taking shots from kids. Basically, you could, pay $5 to take 5 shots at him, And I think the kids had a good time. I think Alex had a good time, too. Another of the internationals is Alexander Kozik. We've got one Mexican on this Twin City Thunder roster. Well, Alexander Kozik hails from London, England. So not only do you have somebody from Mexico, but another non-traditional hockey spot in England is represented on this Twin City roster.
And this NCDC level, as this one shot through bodies, redirected on and saved by the pads of Gale. But this NCDC level does such a good job of cultivating talent from everywhere,
yes,
from a large talent pool. And you see the international talent. You see guys from Mexico City. You see guys from Japan in this level. You see guys from China. They used to have a team, the Beijing Shougang Eagles, at the elite level. That was an incredible team that came over from China each year to play.
Wow.
It's a lot of international flair and development in this level as well, which is it's fun to watch.
Certainly is, and it's great to see for the sport overall too, because the more areas where this game is played, the better it's going to be.
And there's a good one for Malera, who jams it home. Johnny Hockey Malera does it again, and this young man continues to impress. Only a star can score a goal in the second period of what can be described as a quiet game for him.
Yep, that'd be right. And you could pretty much tell as soon as it was those two players on a 2-on-1, Ian Carpenter down the left side with Mulera cutting to the goal from the right, that was probably going to result in a goal so long as the pass hit tape to tape, and it did.
You check this replay out, and out wide with this one's Carpenter. Malera comes flashing through, and to the young skaters at home, skating without the puck is probably the most important thing any scout's looking for. And you want to know how you get a UConn commit? You want to know how you have a guy who gets up to this level to play this game? You skate without the puck. And Malera puts himself in a position where he sees the D-man, he understands where the netminder is, and he knows if Carpenter can just get the puck to him, it's going home. And it's an incredible look.
Icing call here, and no doubt. I mean, you talked about Mulera being such a strong player, and we have seen it tonight. It has been a fairly quiet night for him. He maybe hasn't had the puck on his stick as much as he's used to. Certainly not getting as many shots on goal as he's used to. But that's what the great players do. Even on quote-unquote off nights, they still find a way to make an impact. And there's his impact, scoring a late second period goal to go ahead by 2.
Flipped up off the glass and down. Behind the net to play it there. That's going to be Drew Gardner. Gardner reels it up towards center. Out behind. Glove goes up looking for a call. They'll get it. 33.1 to go. Second period of play. 3-1 the score. 3 unanswered Junior Bruins goals. The story of the second period. Michael Brown and Michael Holland, the two Mikes, dropped the mic with the power play goals, and Johnny Malera put the third one home. Face off here, far side of your screen. On it is Ryan Decker. Decker tries to jump that one, gets the skate to it, couldn't reach it with the stick. Nice work there by the Thunder. This is turned over up to Pellegrino, and a dangerous play shot was blocked on the way through. Carl Froblom threw his body in front of that one. Throwing on the brakes is Shea. He'll reel it around the boards. Down to that corner, fighting for it. Hard hit on Decker. Decker tries to lift it out towards center. He'll be successful there. Retreating onto it is Pastula. Pastula on it. D-man to D-man look to Poirier. Poirier will pour it on behind his net and just run this one out here. And that'll do it. 2 periods of play in the books. The score, the visiting, defending Deneen Cup champion Junior Bruins 3. The Twin City Thunder 1. And it's back to the drawing board for Coach Friedman here. And really, the thought process is you stay out of the box, it's a 1-1 game.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately here, Twin City did get into a little bit of penalty trouble, and that let the Junior Bruins get their legs going. It let them kind of get their systems established in this period, and better at the other end. I mean, both teams had 14 shots on net, so it wasn't as though Twin City wasn't without opportunities. But Thomas Gale did a really good job in net for the Junior Bruins that period, making sure to keep pucks in front of him and really fighting through all sorts of different things, getting run into midway through the period, being knocked down, having to try to make a save while he was down because play wasn't stopped. So, Gale did his work, the Junior Bruins did their work, and they're rewarded with a good period now, the 2-goal lead headed to the final 20.
And so many times you get into a crowded but Nick couldn't get it home. That's why I'm up here in the booth wearing a suit. I'm not down there trying to take that hit anymore. I don't want anything to do with that. My bones are aching right now just watching it. Bouncing puck past Holland. Held back, little backup skate into their own zone. Handed off towards Kuropov. Kuropov couldn't keep it. Tried to dam it in. Back up top for Elaine. Elaine will steer it down. Takes a shot. It's paddled into the corner. Good angle pass here. We'll have Caleb joining us soon here. His first break-in will be at that 15-minute mark. First whistle as the whistle almost had the blow, but no save needed to be made as it was blocked on the way through. Cody up at center. He'll kick cross ice. Fire it on across in. Looking for that icing call. They'll get it. 18:26 to go, third period. 3-1, Boston Junior Bruins lead.
Yeah, a little bit of an inauspicious start so far for Twin City, really trying to chip it in early on in the period, get something going. They did on the first shift, but not since.
This one's taken up towards the blue line, took a wrister, blocked, the rebound try was fanned on in a dangerous spot. Good look there for Reshkovsky, but Nick couldn't get it home. Back in their own end with it, Twin City. Nifty little move to shake the D-men. Back up across, Reshkovsky in support. It'll be left off here for a drag-on shot, saved by Gale. I got myself all tangled up for a second here, You never let the talent set themselves up. And again, I use the word talent. It's only because you have to use that word in the industry. I don't say that I have talent. You gotta go after yourself in this biz.
Indeed.
Ever since Twitter started. Tough world for broadcasting. The amount of games that I've probably jinxed in my life in someone's mind, calling hockey, baseball, soccer, all of it. Somehow I'm a jinx no matter what the field. Poked in behind. Retreating after this one. Looking to skate this one ahead. Flipped up off the glass past Ireland. Hard hit by Linder. Almost a trip there on Moyoffer. Able to get that stick out of the skates in time. Back out they come. Cross into the center goes Nolan Moore. Moore tried to leave it back off. Carpenter tried to chop it away. Moyoffer on the break. Does not have the numbers as he'll go for a change. He'll take a shot that's tipped aside off that United Insurance sign. No insurance needed there for the netminder, Thomas Gale. Trying to get to that one with Silic. He'll have it poked away from him. Ripped in there by Rancourt. Rancourt down to play, and instead it'll be Brown the first one to get there. Stealing it away, trying to hold on to it. Christian Blomqvist will pressure him on the puck. Into the corner for Decker. Decker loses control. Rancourt backed it up top. Gardner held it in. Wristed up through bodies high and over the crossbar. Couple good looks here for Twin Cities, starting to put it together. Have to watch out for that counterattack of this Junior Bruins side.
Certainly do, as they've gotten a shorthanded chance and finished off a 2-on-1 here as well.
Into the corner, racing down after it. Flipped on up towards that blue. Out across center. Holding wide side, in goes Blomqvist with a backhand shot into the paraphernalia of Gale for the stop. A dangerous angle for that backhand.
Yep, absolutely. Blomqvist has had a good game here tonight, assisting on the one Twin City Thunder goal so far. He's been, it seems like, involved in a lot of the different plays, a lot of different sorts of ways, being physical, making sure he has his man marked off the puck, and he's had some scoring chances too.
Ruth with this, takes the shot, trying to get a deflection from Kuropov. Kuropov couldn't find it. He's been kept somewhat silent in this one. They've had a physical attack against him. You saw him get a little dinged up earlier, but he's not left the ice. He's not missed the shift yet. Poked into the corner, holding there. Load a high pass is stoned by Gale. Great look, great opportunity created by Skavarik on the pass, but Gale with the stop.
Yeah, Skavarik's kind of a sneaky type of player in that way. We've seen him play for both the NCDC and the Premier team. You know, kind of a little bit buried on the roster on the NCDC team. When we've seen him in Premier action, my goodness, you can really see his skill come through.
And this is a guy, I mean, you look at that as that face-off is one of the corner boards. It's a guy in Skvarek who played with the Springfield Picks last year and was the guy. He was the guy in Springfield last year. He comes into Twin City, and he can play a big role at both levels and really, really be a key factor to the success of both the Premier and the NCDC. That extra forward, always so important.
Yeah, no doubt. And Twin City's done a good job for the most part of bringing guys through. We mentioned they've kind of switched things up sometimes, brought some guys up from the Premier to play some NCDC games while also sending some guys down to get minutes as well. So they seem to be using both teams fairly well here through the first 6 or so weeks of the season.
That one tried to be stolen away at center, trying to jump the passing lane with Froblom. He won't get to it. It'll be flipped on to Holland. Holland holds wide. Good zone entry timed up out of his net for the cover. And the whistle here, 15:09 to go in the third period. No chances taken by Ogenzani.
No chances taken there at all. Just diving out on it between the circles as he's had himself another strong game tonight for the Twin City Thunder. I mean, goals against average tonight coming in of 2.26. And Ogenzanian's doing what he needs to do to stop pucks, and that's what you need at this level.
Face-off one back by the junior Bruins. Good attack zone win to set things up. That one's tapped along by Sammy Silic. He'll slam it along. That's an alliteration. There you go. English class didn't do me no harm as this one's poked in across the blue. Held back on. Skating back with it is Silic. He'll look ahead for Elaine. Couldn't reach it. Elaine gets it right back into his stick at center. He has a never quit, never die mentality. Stolen away from him. Backhanded out. Quinn couldn't hold it. Firing out, looking for it is Moyoffer. He won't get it there. Gardner times up that zone entry well on the far side, but got tangled up with Quinn and couldn't tap it home. As this one goes out of play, we go down to ice level to talk with our rinkside reporter, Caleb.
How much the junior Bruins have been injured over the blue line. Entries trying to be physical, but what? And creating chances.
This one shot off the post. Out with it now, the junior Bruins on the break. Holding wide side is Carpenter. Carpenter takes a drag-on shot, just flailing the glove at it. There's Ogenzani with the save. Has to be good, has to be near perfect the rest of the way. A big stop there. Backed up. Carpenter had it stolen away. Gives it on with a shot. A sprawling stop there. I said he had to make the stop. He did. And now you're going to get all the extracurricular. Everybody finding a man to match up with. The guys who aren't fighting going to just kind of grab onto each other and act like they are. As you see that on the near side of the screen. And this is the one where you pick your man and you go after him.
Yeah, second time we've seen one of these scrums after a whistle here tonight. So these two teams definitely getting a little bit of a dislike for one another, you can see.
That's going to be another one you're going to have to sort out with everybody down there. Everybody's got involved in this one. It's always interesting to see when you have a situation like this with about 4 on each side that were physically involved. Yet 1 or 2 head to the box, and
right.
You always think to yourself, hey, how do these 2 just get away with it?
Good question, but that's exactly what happens, although...
crowded box down there.
Oh, yeah, very crowded box. Very crowded box down there next to Caleb.
Caleb, it seems like a lot's going on down there at ice level right now, eh?
But from the Twin City side, I think trying to send a message a little bit with the physical tone after Ogenzani.
Yeah, and it's going to be a physical tone here in this third period. You're on your home rink. You're trying to protect home ice. And that's what you're seeing out of these guys right now. Caleb actually is going to be the first ever non-Dan K on-ice interviewer with the Dan K Show Star of the Game. That is an accomplishment right there in some circles.
Congratulations, Caleb Lamb.
This is going to be the, I guess I always call myself extremely famous in very small circles. That's what I always call myself. It's my tagline. Very small circle, pretty small. Hockey's a small world.
It is. It tends to be, but we're big fish sometimes,
We
too.
try to be big fish, right? We try to
Exactly.
be. I just wear these suits so I can cross the street without looking both ways, like a moving traffic cone. Figuring things out again. 3 skaters in the box here for the Junior Bruins. 2 skaters in the box for the Twin City Thunder. We'll see if that means a power play for the Twin City Thunder.
Now, still trying to sort out these penalties here, but big spot in the game here, Dan. And, these, 3-1, we mentioned the Ogenzanian saves just now to keep Twin City in this one. But now, after this physicality, got to wonder here, where does the game turn now? I mean, those were big saves. The next goal is going to be really important. Twin City kind of needs to score it from the way this game seems to be going. To have a shot, they've got to get one here, I'd say the next 4 to 5 minutes to give themselves a real chance of getting out of here with at least a point.
The physicality has spilled off the ice now as the mites in attendance are now going after it. We're going to have to see. I don't know if there's an off-ice officiating crew to sort this thing out. Going to be a lot of penalties there as well, I'm sure, when they get home.
Most likely, yes. Probably a lot of groundings. No Xbox after 10.
That's it. You got to stay off the Fortnite tonight. None of that. 13:59 to go here. Looks like things have been sorted out here. That would be interesting. The Junior Bruins sent 6 skaters out. I was going to say that's a new way to kind of come out of a break here. Ireland, Graff, Malera, Farrell, Cody, all out. It's 5-on-5 hockey after all that. That's how you do it.
Yep, everything cancels out. That's all right.
Face off one back into the corner here behind the net of Ogenzani. He'll let it go by. Around the back of the net, a Gale whistle blows, icing the whistle, icing the call. And this Twin City Thunder team, again, a goal off a turnover, 2 goals off power plays, and it's a situation where obviously a teaching moment in the intermission for Coach Friedman early in the season for this NCDC squad, and now you take that teaching moment, you want your boys to put it in play.
Yep, you do, and that this is a good example of why 60-minute hockey is important. Twin City played a pretty good first period there, got out of it with the lead. Now they're behind by 2 goals after playing, I'd say, a poorer second period than they did a first. So, they've just got to kind of try to get that going. But again, time's starting to run short on them.
Malera tries this centering pass, had it stolen away, bodied into the boards there. Back behind, 13:20 to go here, third period, fired up just in front of that St. Laurent Sun sign as it's tipped away past the Maple Wet. Held up, delayed call coming here. That one's touched up, and Twin City now going to get on the power play with a big penalty call.
Yeah, Jeremy Rancor, the local kid from Lewiston, Maine, drawing the penalty there. And he's really a heart and soul guy for this team, was one of the leading scorers on the premier team a year ago after being a standout high school player at Lewiston High School, just across the river from us here in Auburn, the other Twin City of the Twin Cities. So Rancor's a local kid. He's got a real big following here, and there's good reason why he's wearing an A on his sweater. He really is one of those guys that just about any coach wants on their team.
And with that penalty, the Twin City Thunder on the power play. Big power play here. Holding up at the point, taking a wrister. It's blocked and away through by Decker. Puck still alive, steered back up top. Holding there, handing off. Waiting for it is Hagerman. He'll have it again. The Bowden commit there will hold and wait at the point. Kicks it wide. Giving on there, that's Egleb. Egberg gets it back up top. Faking the slap shot of Freshkowski. Give it on in front. Again, centered along. Net off the moorings, and that's Gale, who has used that physicality in the lower half to kind of usher that net to some new areas.
Yep, we've seen that at this end, especially that net come off behind him, and unfortunately for Twin City, that ruined a possible opportunity. Unfortunate there for the Thunder, but not much you can do when the net's off behind the goalie.
Hey, net goes off. You see it at the big level as well. As this one's given up top, they'll reset it. 1:23 to go on the odd-man chance. Given on behind. Low to high game will suit from the corner boards. Plinkoed back up. Holding there. Hands this one off to Kurapov. Always so dangerous. Trying to rocket one along. That one's deflected cross ice. Down into the corner. Fighting after this one. Trying to battle for it is Poirier. He'll try to pop this one loose. Waters it along. Couldn't hold on to it. Moyoffer getting involved now. He reaches out. Flipped and out. A clean clearance is now going to create a break for Elaine the other way. Elaine leaked out there. Beat Kurapov to the puck. He'll skate it all the way through for a spinning try. Couldn't hold on to it. Oh, that was one where Elaine kind of got lost there out on the ice. Broke loose and almost created a breakaway chance.
Yeah, he did a good job. Unfortunately, Pellegrino just couldn't hang on to that pass in front of the net.
Shot low there from the blue line. Save made by Gale. Back up for Kurapov. He'll fire it across. Up to that Rupert sign. They'll trade places. Shea gives it on. Turnover, steal, dump, chase. That's how you do it. That is textbook again from the Junior Bruins. 15 seconds to go on the Thunder power play. Down in the corner boards, trying to physical graph off this puck. He's still battling. It's Quinn, Jack Quinn out of Lancaster, Massachusetts, and that'll do it for another power play opportunity for the Thunder. Here's where you have to kind of restart if you're Twin City. Can't lose that head. Can't get out there and make a bad decision with the puck. Have to stay offensive. Throwing on those brakes. Steering it to the corner. Back up to the blue. We were even strength again here. Thank you for watching along on Hockey TV. As that shot through body. Save made. Rebound try goes wide. Huge opportunity for the Thunder goes wanting. That's flipped up. Another delayed call coming. Puck is loose. Spinning shot is saved. A very soft whistle originally seemed to have called that play dead. Then they kept playing it. The whistle got a little louder after a spinning try.
Yeah, Skivarek doing a good job there once again to create a chance. He's gotten himself into this game a little bit more here late in the second period and into the third, starting to do some good things. He's jumped up playing with some players on the second line. He's the extra skater tonight for Twin City, so he's starting to rotate his way through, and he's making the most of his chances.
For the second time in a row here, the Twin City Thunder on the power play. Power play here. Holding this one wide is Froblom. Gets it to the corner, reeled in with a skate up to Reshkovsky. Reshkovsky over here. Up top for Froblom. Gives a side. Back up to Hagerman. Hagerman looks. He'll take a shot. It's saved again by the Dartmouth commit.
Yeah, Gale with a good save there. Square to the puck. Not letting Hagerman have a whole lot to shoot at there. So, you had a couple guys set up down low for rebounds, but be nice. Twin City, I'd like to see him start trying to take the goalie's eyes away a little bit more. Just try to screen him out a little bit more.
Next whistle, we're going to head down to Caleb Lamb here at ice side and kind of see his thoughts on his power play. These two tries in a row, unable to come up with one so far. Reshkovsky going to battle for it. Malera almost got loose there and broke loose with it. Reshkovsky gets it back. Give it up to the blue line. Good zone entry. 1:16 to go on a power play. 9:50 in regulation. Handed wide. Reshkovsky back up top for the drag shot blocked. Back to the corner. Coming back up top with his Blomqvist. Giving up for a one-timer. It's steered wide out of play. Caleb, take it away at ice level.
Thank you very much, Dan. Wanted to point penalty your Bruins. Ryan Decker originally didn't think he was going to be out there as he came into the box after that scrum about 5 minutes ago and thought one of those players that would have both a 2-10, which would have him seated until the last 2 minutes.
9:35 to go.
He's going out there blocking some big shots for his team on the penalty kill.
Tip back up to Poirier. Poirier holds on wide, hands off to Kurapov. Kurapov, quick look to the top of the circle. He'll get it back at the point. On the Poirier with the shot, try to pour it home, could not. Bodies everywhere splashing down. Clearance from the Junior Bruins. 9:10 to go. Out of his net to settle it down is Ogenzanian. Kurapov hands up across center. Under 30 seconds to go now on the power play. Just trying to find that first one to cut this lead in half. Trading places. Up top, Kurapov asks for it. He'll take the shot. It's blocked. Puck still sitting there loose. Underneath the body of Gilson right now. Whistle going to blow with 14 to go.
Good chance once again, and a good block from down low there as the Junior Bruins trying to keep things to the outside. Good block by Gilson, and that gets the stoppage in play. Junior Bruins doing a decent job killing this penalty here and keeping, again, those shots to the outside.
Thomas Gale has faced 30 shots today, stopped 29, and that's a situation where he's a netminder that's made some huge saves today for his side. Into the corner, hard hit there. Fighting along, good board battle from the Junior Bruins, just trying to kill those last few seconds on the extra man advantage. That'll do it, 5-on-5 hockey. Trouble not gone just yet. Around the board, Silich out on the break. Fired up for Malera. He'll touch it along to wave that icing off. Good little deflection there. Swinging play by Pastula. Pastula couldn't reach it. Around the boards they come. Looking cross ice. Couldn't connect one more time. You're seeing the Junior Bruins just kind of flash guys through on the outside, looking for that last tap-in score as it's taken on to Malera. Malera gives it on the center with the shot. It goes wide. What a look going low, then lifting high over the top.
Junior Bruins activate their D a lot. That was Nolan Moore, a defenseman with that chance.
Oh, and that was Malera who just put the brakes on, tried to put together a show for the folks in attendance and lost control. Lucas Skavarik out on this one. Quick change here from the Thunder. Time ticks away. Time keeps on ticking into that future. 7:37 to go. Held on by Brown. Brown flips it in. It's deflected up. Netting out of play. Face-off will come back outside the zone here.
Yeah, puck off the rink. That's what happens a lot of time with the low glass, which you see in a lot of junior rinks. And we have here at Norway Savings Bank Arena that, a lot of other rinks, that's just a regular old dump-in. But here, it's out of play.
It's interesting, too, the game of hockey, because it always depends where you are, right? Every rink's a little different. You'd think it would be kind of cookie cutter, but it is certainly not. And we were just down in Hampton Roads, Virginia. That one shot up off the mask and wide. We were just out in Hampton Roads, Virginia, and they had those NHL boards up there, and you could see Hampton Roads. It was their home ice. They used it. Everybody else is a little uncomfortable with that high pass off the glass. And they were firing them up high, getting that puck in deep, and creating opportunities all day long.
Yep, that happens. I mean, you really do have to use your home rink to your advantage in this sport because there are so many quirks in every single rink. And if you know yours intimately, you can come up with an awful lot of good things.
You'll watch some of these good defensemen just firing pucks off behind their netminder off the boards, finding those springy places when they go to a road rink. Think about what these guys do at their home rink when they're practicing there each and every day. Played with a high stick. That'll get you a whistle with 6:32 to go. Third and final period of play. You're watching along with Dan Kay, Jeff Mannix, and Caleb Lamb. Here, the Dan Kay Show presents this NCDC must-see matchup on Hockey TV. The Twin City Thunder take on the Boston Junior Bruins. And again, what a job done by this Twin City Thunder organization. I mean, they continue to impress, and I'll tell you what, this NCDC team has been the talk of the NCDC all season long. Each trip I've made, every coach has made mention of the success of this side so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, they 4-3-1 here early on, and I know a lot of people maybe didn't think they were going to be that strong out of the gates, but Doug Friedman has had his guys ready to go.
Dan Kay certainly thought it. Dan Kay put him at number 2 in his power rankings, making everyone angry. But again, as times go, Dan Kay can be wrong, and here's a tripping call coming up behind the plays, what it appears to be with 5:58 to go. It is 3-1 to score, and back to the box go the Junior Bruins. It hasn't hurt them yet.
No, it hasn't yet, but they are starting to play with fire here. Once you start having to kill penalties this much late in a hockey game, eventually those legs get tired. Eventually you start making poor decisions because you're getting tired. And Twin City, we'll see if they can take advantage of that here as their power play has struggled a little bit tonight.
Interesting look here. You got Matthew LaPierre, Carl Froblom, and Nick Richkowski out there. Face-off one and out of the zone. A nifty little win for Nick Lane. He's got good hands, and he sometimes thinks up some pretty good plans as he wins that face-off out. 5:45 to go here. Looking to fire up ahead. Just past that Mad Monkey sign. On to Froblom. Froblom turns it over to Elaine. Elaine's taken down to the ice. Decker with the spinning clearance. Down to an 8. Twin City will have to retreat and reset. Trying to give this home crowd something to get loud about here. They started off loud. It is silenced a bit as this game has trickled on. That offense just trying to get going here. Spinning pass. I can tell you what, they cut that lead in half. This place will change quickly. It is a packed house here at the Norway Savings Bank Arena for Pink in the Rink night for the Twin City Thunder. What a great cause. What a great time. And I'm just so happy to have been invited up, as that's an icing call with 1:01 to go. And we head down to ice level with Caleb Lamb down here. We'll go to Caleb. Caleb, take it away.
Dan, thanks very much. Just wanted to point out what Jeff said a couple of minutes ago. The power play just not being able to capitalize. And I think part of that comes down to how much the Bruins have been willing to give the point possession. They've not put a lot of pressure on there. The Thunder look to kind of draw players out of that big box or sometimes the diamond penalty kill and then go in and get those 2-on-1 chances down low. They are going to make the forwards work for it and are daring those defensemen to shoot the puck.
Fired in, 4:45 to go. Stick around for Caleb Lamb at the end of this one. He'll have an interview with our broadcast booth selected star of the game. We've gotten some votes that have come in. Johnny Hockey Malero leading the way just because I think I've given him a nickname, so he tends to get more votes on our social media pages. As this one's kicked aside, tries to take a shot. It's blocked up into the glass. Spinning play attempt there by Farrell. Farrell tried to get it out. He could not. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Flipped up off a body. Getting to it with Shea. Out to the blue line. Handed off by Kurapov. They'll ask for it back. Given back up to Shea. They'll trade places. Handed over to Poirier. Poirier to Kurapov. Trying to create space. Spinning shot doesn't go. Poirier fans on the rebound.
It was a good clearance there, I believe, by Graf. Just kind of spinning and knocking that puck away at the last second.
That was a juicy rebound, as they say. And Graf got enough on it to get it out. That's when you could hear the groan from everybody in attendance. All the Thunder faithful. 30-38 to go. Time running away. Trying to find it off the boards. Just holding it there is Michael Brown. Michael Brown just showing that confidence down at ice level. Hand up here. Delayed call coming. High stick the whistle with 3:27 to go, and that's going to smart.
Most certainly will here, as this will put the Junior Bruins on the power play late. So tough call here for Twin City, but Brown doing the job. You can see why he's a Division I commitment to Merrimack. So they've got a pretty good defenseman coming there. So he's doing the job. He's got a goal tonight, and he's been very good on his end of the ice as well.
2 minutes on the clock, up by 2. The Boston Junior Bruins are on the power play here. You can see Malera talking it through. This is a Junior Bruins team that does not take a late game opportunity lightly. Not trying to see this out. They're trying to put a goal home. If you're Twin City, you try to get that little leak out break here and put up a shorthanded score. You got to create still. You play to win. Gilson on it. He'll kick to the corner. Holding wide back up top to Gilson. He'll steer it up to the top of the circle. Thrown cross ice for Johnny Malera. He couldn't reel it in. Flipped up to Gilson. Gilson hands this one along. Waiting for it back. He'll get it at the blue. Takes a drag-on shot, deflects wide. Getting his sticking away. That one was Froblom again. He's made some big plays in this third period. This is wide. Trying to get that connection. Couldn't steer it home. In front of the net there was Silich. Up comes Malera, who drags this through everybody. Caught his own man in Silich with the wrister. He can create with no space. That's what makes him dangerous. On to Malera, wide again. Give it on in front for the shot. It's stopped. A huge save by Ogunzanian.
Yeah, good save there. Part of that's because it looked like the puck went up on edge on Jack Silich as he tried to shoot it. Gave Ogenzanian a little bit more of a chance to set up and get that glove in the right position to make the save. But you're right about Mulera being able to create with nothing. You know, maybe it's the black and gold coloring, but man, he's starting to remind me an awful lot of Brad Marchand out there with the way he's able to create off the puck.
You know, that is a comparison I've made as well. And he's got the hands, the creativity, and at his size, it's very easy to kind of draw those likenesses. And I mean, he may not chirp like Marchand does, but he certainly can create. Stick around at the end of this one. Caleb Lamb will have your Dan K-Show Star of the Game interview. Out with it wide is Kondob, who tries to get into the factoring there. Takes the shot in front of the net, created the opportunity. Delayed call coming. Held against the boards. 1:55 to go. In this one, another call coming.
Yeah, I think they're going to get goaltender interference here against Twin City as Rashkovsky didn't make an attempt to get out of the way of Gale there, so they are going to take him off, and now Twin City's going to be 2 skaters down for 29 seconds.
And that's a tough one right there. Under the 2-minute mark to go, you put yourself behind the 8 ball, and it looks like Coach Anderson going to take a timeout on top of it to draw something up and try to put together what would be a game-clinching goal at this point late in the game. Right now, it's hold on for 29 seconds and see what you can do down 5-4.
Yeah, that's really all you can do here if you're the Twin City Thunder. So just kind of pack it in defensively, take a chance if you can. I wouldn't be surprised if they get the puck out, especially toward the end of the 29 seconds, if they try to get Ogenzanian off here and try and just take something, just try to get another goal back.
We'll have to think through the star of the game. Start contabulating in your head who you think it is. I've got my vote in mind. We'll give Caleb a vote as well with 3 of us. Knowing my luck, we'll all pick someone different, and then we won't know who it is, and we'll be just throwing a hat at a random skater leaving the ice.
Well, it is your show after all, so it seems to me you would be the tiebreaker, wouldn't you?
I think it would be Josh would be the tiebreaker. We all tie. I say we go to Josh on that one. So Caleb down there, make sure you have your vote ready for the star of the game. We've got our vote ready. We'll make our votes, and it shall be decided. This is a democracy. This is how we roll.
Keep it.
We do our best. Who knows? I've probably been voted out of office already. I don't even know it.
Yeah.
1:55 to go. In this one, 33 shots on goal for this Twin City Thunder team. And, you know, Thomas Gale has just been Gale Force good in this one so far. Back up towards that blue line. Give it on to Brown. 5-on-3 power play for the Bruins. Back to Brown again. Quick little D-man to D-man pass to Cody. Cody steers to the side. Back up top. Brown fakes the shot. Gives back to Cody. Cody to Brown with the shot. Kick save. And a beauty made by Ogenzanian. Back up top for Brown. Brown steers aside for Cody. Drag-on shot is blocked. Trying to get the clearance, cannot. Getting in the way of it there was the man out of Mexico City, Gonzalo Hagerman. Steered back around to the corner boards. Back to 5-on-4. Here's where you got to find a way to get that puck. Find a way to leak a man out. Try to create something offensively. Oh, he's so tough. Held on at the circle. Deflected up into the glass and still alive. 1:05 to go now. Carpenter cross-ice pass. This will set up Cody again for Brown. Brown hands off to Carpenter. Carpenter tries to build it back up here for Brown, who gives back to Carpenter again. Carpenter loses that one. Without a stick there, trying to get through his Rencourt, he cannot. Rencourt tries to jump into the play. It's blocked on the way through. Oh, another big block shot. Down by 2 to get that block shot is huge. As Brown takes a howitzer there. Wide of everything back up for him to hold in. Skwarek couldn't get to it. These guys have been stuck out there forever as it's cross-ice. Malera couldn't jam it home. Another try is stopped on the way. Oh, a flurry of chances late in this one. Brown gets it back for the slap shot. Saved. Held on to no. It bounced back out. It actually got caught up in the skate of Carpenter. 15 to go. Oh, that one's shielded up here in the booth. It's deflected up out of play. And gentlemen, I say we give our votes now. I will go first. My vote, netminder, Thomas Gale.
And that's a good pick. I will go with Michael Brown.
Michael Brown. Caleb, tiebreaker, or maybe mix it all up.
I got to go with Gale. I think anytime you've made 32 saves and you've faced that much penalty kill time in the third period, you've gotten yourself a star.
Oh, Caleb agreed with me. I think that's the first time. Is that shot save made? I think that's the first time a hockey expert has agreed with me since I started this gig. I'm going to count it as a win. And Caleb Lamb is going to go get Thomas Gale after this little celebration and won't fill till then. He'll go get Thomas Gale for an interview, pop that hat on his head. As I saw him, I gave a little pop that hat on his head, and he gave a little motion of, oh, I got to go get the hat. We're good to go. But, Jeff, I mean, it was a situation where you can see why a team is the Dineen Cup champions. But for the Twin City Thunder, I think this is a great way to kind of put yourself up against the test.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think Twin City did a good job tonight. I mean, they hung with the junior Bruins right to the end. I mean, you had basically even shots on goal, 35-33 in favor of the junior Bruins. And for the most part, Twin City kept themselves in the game. I mean, it didn't feel like at any point really that they were completely out of this hockey game, that they were completely outmatched. I think the junior Bruins do have a better roster at this point, but Twin City acquitted itself very, very well tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at this Twin City team, it's there offensively. It's just not clicking yet, right? It's almost right hand's not there for left hand when left hand's there for right hand. And you'll see guys like Kurapov kind of get going. You'll see guys like Kareskis get going. That top line just wasn't there tonight. Now we go down to ice level as we're going to have our man Caleb Lamb with the star of the game, Thomas Gale. Thomas is going to look up here. Thomas and us talking there. And Thomas and Caleb, take it away.
Thank you very much, Dan. We do our first star of the game, Mr. Thomas Gale. Thomas, congratulations. 32 save performance to get your team the win. And, I mean, when you have that much penalty kill time to face in the third period, the cliche is very true. Goal lead is the most dangerous in hockey. Not so much when you can turn away pucks like that, using everything, including the head, to make a few saves there. Congratulations.
Well, I mean, look, you saw the boys out there. The PK was big. They were blocking shots the whole game. I think we might have had more block shots and shots against for me. So it was great for the PK to do their job. It's great when you have guys in front willing to block shots like that.
Now, I mean, looking at some of those options that you had, especially coming out of the locker room, a scrum that sends 4 combined players to the penalty box is not quite how you've drawn one up. What did you talk about with your penalty kill unit before that got started, and sort of turned into a little bit more of a parade to the box after that?
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about getting that guy out in front of the net. They were sending one pretty big guy, so if we can get him out in front and I can see the pucks, we'll be good. So that's what we were talking about.
And obviously, you know, coming on the road but playing in front of a pretty good atmosphere, a special night, and a pretty big, if hostile, crowd, that has to add to the level of fun that